Nexxlegacy.
I want to welcome all you COA heads out there, all you people that's been waiting and anticipating and literally just on my ass via the emails about, man, y'all need to go ahead and run another COA radio, and man, you waiting too damn long. Once a month is definitely not the business, and well, fuck it, here we are, you know what I'm saying, with another monthly round of shots fired. When I say shots fired, I'm talking about underground music at its best, with your man Branded in the building. And before I actually, greet the other host of the show, the guy that runs COA Records, I gotta say that song that you just heard right there is called Next Sessions, off the mixtape titled Next Sessions, that's gonna be available towards the end of the year. Might be sooner, you never know, with the ominous makeshift guy. He might spring it on you next month. You never know, you know what I mean? So I definitely want to say this is the first time we spun it on radio. We can continue to spin it, just like we're going to continue to spin the music of our past guests, like Feel and More. We got No Feelings music we rocking tonight. And we definitely got conversation for all nations to be able to vibe with it. So I got to put in my guy, my brother from another mother, the ominous motherfucking makeshift. What's up, boy?
What's good? What's good, man? Yep, my next session right there. And actually, I'm gonna go for a September release. You know how these release dates be, guys.
Is that like an exclusive? Is that exclusive? Like you just gave like brand new news. That's the first time I heard it.
But yep, there you go. Exclusive, brand new information. COA Radio. Yeah, September. I'm gearing for it. Hey, I'm already 12 tracks deep, so I can release it now if I want it.
So it's ripe and ready for all you underground heads for the football season. Like, okay, fall season.
Oh yeah.
I kind of see where you're going with this. All right, that's what's happening. So what's up, bro? What's up? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. Another round, like you said, firing off shots, man. We chilling. And, I'm just trying to stay cool. It'd be like 95 degrees over here still. So I'm just hanging back, chilling. Was listening to music, getting ready for the show. And you're right, man. Sometimes people be hitting me up, too. Are you going to do the show more than once a month? And I don't know. Keep on bothering us, and
Exactly.
Keep hollering.
You never know, because I know a lot of the underground heads definitely need this, and you know what? Definitely, it's a dope movement to provide it, and I definitely got a lot of love. So before we get into not just the topics of conversation and the guests we have, I definitely want to make sure that not only do you check out everything that's going on with Nexxlegacy Radio, COA Radio, but also make sure you go check out the brand new website that the homie has, www.coarecords.com. Make sure you go ahead and check it out for all your COA music news, not just the ominous makeshift, but also his other constituents from the clique, like Scarecrow, Trey Davis, and Skinny Blue.
And Skinny Blue, and more. Yeah, there's, everybody's connected up and linked together, so you know how it goes. But yeah, coarecords.com, and everything's there that you need. And click that form button too, people. Click that.
Yes. Yeah. you know how. Stop being lazy, and well, we're gonna talk about growing your fan base and networking. Because I was getting ready to say something, but I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna wait.
Hold back.
I'm gonna wait.
Not too
but
many
also
shots.
we got
it.
And Makeshift has a recruitment drive that we're gonna talk about as well. But before we actually before we do that, we have a guest. We have a guest not only on the line right now, but somebody that we've actually worked with Makeshift since 2008, 2009. It seemed like that's 4 fucking years ago. You know what I'm saying? Can you believe that shit?
Yeah. No, I can't. Time flies, man. Yeah. 4 years. Yep.
So, without further ado, are y'all ready to kick off an interview with this guy right here? We're gonna give him time, all his fans and all these new potential fans, to be able to join in and I feel a lot of love in the chat. Like, y'all log in, y'all continue to show us love. Like I said, this is not only for underground music, but also this is for helping you guys and girls grow your fan base. We're gonna teach you a little bit about the game as well, but also showcase a lot of these underground artist talents and shit like that. So make sure, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's bring it on.
Here we go.
All right, COA Radio right here, live and direct. First time in a long time. We got my man Bambino in the building. What's up, kid?
What's going on, dude? How are you?
Man, beautiful. What's happening?
What's going on, people? How are you tonight? Bambino.
Bambino is
Bam,
back.
bam.
Bam is back.
Last time I was on here, I was high on Roxy's and Xanax, and now I'm pushing.
and you know what, Bam? We're gonna talk about just the growth and everything from where you stood back then to where you are now. But you know, how's everything go? I mean, first off, definitely, me and Make Sure want to welcome you to COA Radio for real. So what's good? How's life?
It's good, man. I'm driving back from Fort Lauderdale. Just dropped someone off at the airport, just sitting in the car and looking at the clouds and shit. Pretty much plotting my next move.
Rolling around. You just chilling in the airport, huh?
Pretty much, you know, just see where all their weaknesses are so I can drop bombs on them and shit. I don't know.
Hey. Interviews, radio, life goes on. You got to keep moving.
Yes,
So,
indeed. All right,
Hey.
for the people out there that do not know Bambino, let the people know how'd you get into music, when you started doing what you was doing and stuff. So let the newbies know what's going on.
I don't know. Ever since I was like real young, music really touched me in, you know, many different ways. It was very, very big way how I dealt with my emotions because for some reason I didn't really learn how to do that when I was growing up. And you know, one day I just hopped into my buddy's car, Sleepy Eye. He's been on here before, and you know, I just like heard his tracks, and I had been freestyling with friends and all this, and you know, it just kind of took off from there. You know, unfortunately at the time, I'm a real heavy drug user, and you know, I was pretty wrapped up in trying to be a gangster and be something I wasn't, and you know, that didn't really work out too well for me. Jails, institutions, and all that bullshit. But you know, from there, I figured out that I really didn't want to be that anymore, and I got clean, and I came out to West Palm and Lake Worth, and I just kind of started reinventing who I was, because I had no idea who I was, and you know, now I don't really have a finished product yet, because I'm always going to be learning about myself, but well, it's going to evolve into something good. I got big things going as far as I'm concerned.
That's real. That's one of the better answers I've ever heard from somebody getting into music. You know what I mean? But you know, that's I think that's how a lot of people get into it who are real passionate about it. You hear one of your good buddies doing music, and you hear what they're doing, and you feel like you can do that too. You know, so that's how I got into it, was through a friend also. You know, so and like you said, music can help you get through them tough times. So that's real, man. That's real.
Yeah, man, it works out real well for me. You know, if I'm having a bad day or I hate somebody, I just kind of write about it. That's on, you know?
Yep.
Amen to that.
I feel you. Music's the best. Music can be like a punching bag almost. You know what I mean? It's like that's what I use it for sometimes. You know, instead of going outside and causing trouble, I'd just rather pick up the pen or the keyboard, whatever, and write out lyrics. You know, and get it out that way. So that's some real shit right there.
For sure.
So, man, with you starting and doing all the stuff you're doing now, I mean, and you talked about just a lot of the stuff that you dealt with the drug abuse and stuff like that. Like, you know, aside from that, I mean, you know, you can tell these new people out here that not just doing music, but just when they're going through struggles in life, like, what made you decide, like, you know what, I'm gonna stop being reckless and I'm gonna really turn it around? What was it about certain things in life that made you really kind of flip the script?
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm in a meeting right now. But I don't know. I was like, I had that moment of desperation, dude. You know, like I've been kicking heroin for like a week or two, and I just missed like Thanksgiving and just lied to all these people, my family, and I stole all this fucking jewelry, and I just felt like a piece of shit. I reached like this physical, emotional, and spiritual bottom. And I didn't have any coping skills, and my family didn't really fucking care because they wanted me out of the house. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And, I didn't abuse drugs. I abused everything, and I still do, you know what I mean? But I've kind of maybe gotten a little bit of awareness, and I can take some action now, through a program that I work through, and it's a good fellowship, and it helps me out.
I can feel that. Yep. That kind of stuff will do it to you. That's what happened to me. You young, stupid, get into drugs, and you get kicked out of the house. That's what happened to me, So I definitely relate to you. I definitely relate to your music. Also, that's one reason, I'm a fan of your music as well, not just as your peer, but as a listener. And, I was kind of curious, too, what's your thoughts behind Am I the Only One Here? What's your thoughts behind this brand new mixtape that you got dropping?
All right, well, this mixtape, ever since I got clean, and I tried to move away from gangster rap, like I've done all the shit that I talked about at the time, like whatever, I sold drugs and I did this, but if you look at the way the industry's evolved, people used to sell drugs so they could record back in the day. Now people just fucking record and sell dope on iPhone and shit, and that's disenchanting to me. And I never really grew up with that musically, I grew up with like Eminem and like Infinite, and I was like Jeff fan. I'm pretty sure that's like all I listened to for like 4 years, and I got sucked into that too, like this take drugs and kill people shit or whatever it was, And Am I the Only One Here is kind of focused towards the fact that, like, am I the only one that sees all this fucking bullshit that is put on, like the radio, like, and that's how I feel about it, man. But there's some people out there that are really doing what they're doing, and they're not famous. They're not, well, they're famous, but they're not widely known, like, I don't know. They're just not, they're not on the television all the time.
No, that makes perfect sense. I mean, especially in a world where, it's not run with the passion of hip hop and how it used to be. Like, you say you used to listen to, Eminem in the early days, and, me and Makeshift, we were literally like brought together by, just some of the ill musical movements that Tupac was a part of. So in order for anybody really to embrace what the culture of hip hop is, to me, it's always one of those things where you look in the mirror and you figure out how the best way to express yourself and to be able to put it down that way. And to me, like, I like the lane you're going, and we're gonna play Am I the Only One Here right now on COA Radio, hosted by Makeshift and Branded, and we're gonna run this, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna ask Bambino a few more questions about, just in general with this project dropping and future projects as far as an album he's working on. So lock and load. This is something brand new. You only hear it. Hey, first time being on the radio, running it right here. So we're gonna have to do this world premiere joint right now.
Here goes another brand new banger. You can only get it right here first.
Building. Brand new track right here. Am I the Only One Here? You can actually go download it right now if you go to reverbnation.com/IamBam. You know what I'm saying? And we got the guy right here. Hey, like I said, to me, people out there that's listening to hip-hop and stuff like that, if you really pay attention to the words, you'll be able to hear exactly what this man, not only hear it, but feel just some of the stuff that's going on that he hears, that he sees, that he has a problem with. And a lot of that is building into this song right here that took 3 minutes and 17 seconds. And it's a trip how Bam, we actually listen to a song and you can be able to get a lot of how you feel bottled into like one track. So, you know what I'm saying? Salute and props up top for displaying that to the masses, you know what I mean?
Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry, the phone cut out.
Nah, I'm just giving you props, bro, for everything you put down. You dig?
Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, man. Good flow, good lyrics, great vocab. I like the way you rhyme, man. I've always been a fan of it. You know, you definitely ain't spitting no simple rhymes, that's for sure. I mean, you spitting some stuff that, you know, people need to listen and really think about, you know, and that's my favorite kind of stuff right there. So I think it's a great song. I think the beat's real good, too, so you can pass that along to your DJ. But, yeah, man, I think that's a great track and a good lead-off point for this mixtape you got dropping. When exactly does this mixtape drop?
Right now.
Right now. I like that. You heard it first.
Officially, it's dropping July 3rd, which is a Tuesday going into Independence Day. You know, it's going to be a nice selection of tracks that I think people was going to really vibe to and rock with. So it's definitely going to be a dope jump-on period for people that do not know Bambino's skills and that's listening to him for the first time on a lyrical platform. So with this project kind of coming to its head right here next week or whatnot, I know you're working on some real solo music for a new album, and we're not going to talk features or nothing like that. Just tell the people out there a little bit as far as your approach to what you're doing with this project you're working on right now.
All right. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I know what I'm going to do with it is it's going to be like a musical melting pot. You know what I mean? I see the industry going that way, whatever. I'm not really bothered by that. Like, I just want, like, I like rhyming to every single beat I can find from every single, like, genre, every single, you know, West Coast. I got a couple West Coast tracks. I got some, like, New Orleans down south tracks. I got some Florida down south tracks coming. I got, like, a whole bunch of I got some East Coast hip-hop from, like, back in the 90s. You know what I mean? That's what I like. Mm-hmm. I just like to ride out on different things, and I can. You know what I mean? And most people are pigeonholed. You know what I mean? They get in their car and they go too far to the bar. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm kind of, I just don't, that just doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? I like to ride syllables in two different lines and build off of that and rhyme build. You know, somebody taught me how to do that, and that was awesome. You know, and I like these, like, real nice beats, you know, that Rozzy's been making for me. And, you know, so my buddy's been making for me, and that's just what I want to do. And so it's going to be like, you know, I don't know what the name's going to be. It'll probably be something corny, but whatever.
Nah, man. No, I think you're approaching it exactly the right way. You don't, like you said, you won't pigeonhole yourself or put yourself into a corner where you're only doing one certain type of music. I mean, that's definitely what you need to do. You got to have a diversity of tracks and also bring a diversity to your flow to each one of those tracks. And I feel like that's most important to begin with when it comes to creating music is to be creative on all levels for all tracks. You know, I don't care if it's a track for ladies or if it's a track for the gangsters. You got to be diverse in what you're going to spit, whether it's political or whatever. You got to be able to do it. You know, can't just be one way. So that's definitely the right way to approach it, for sure. I mean, that's how I do my stuff. So.
No doubt. And Bam, before we let you go, man, like when it comes to just your music and everything that you want to do as far as expressing yourself, how do you want your listeners to view your lyrical talent and your efforts to be able to mold and shape hip-hop? How do you want to be perceived in this business of music?
Well, I want to be perceived however anybody wants to perceive me. You know what I mean? I don't really want anybody to have a set opinion on me or how I look or how I should look. You know, everybody's got their own opinions, and, you know, I'm just doing me, and they can do them, and they can, you know, if they like what they hear, then, you know, jump on the bandwagon. If not, it doesn't really matter. Either way, it don't matter. You know, I'm just doing what I love and expressing myself, and that's what it's always been. And you know, sometimes I get a little bit more enthused about things when I get to, you know, hang out with y'all. And so, I mean, I'm sure it's going to keep coming out of me no matter what. So, you know, if you want to be there, please be there. If not, whatever.
No doubt. And,
right.
Before we let you go, I want to not just thank you, and I know Makeshift will too in a sec, but I want to you know, thank you for not just all the stuff that you've done, not just you and I working together. Just man, everything that you've done and that you fought for and fought through to be able to be where you're at right now, to be able to give game to the people, not just on the lyrical level, music level, but also on a personal level, with all the demons you had to fight and shit like that. Like, you got to be commended for you know, still ticking. You know what I mean? When other people decided they want to check out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to be commended for everything that you've actually have done and continue to do.
Thank you, man. You know, it'll be January 19th coming up. Hopefully, you know, God willing, I'll have like 3 years clean.
There you go.
Hey, that's great. That's great. Definitely, I thank you for calling in the show and talking with us and going deep with us on some stuff. I think, you know, in a way, you could be a good role. I don't want to say this word really, but you could be a good person to look up to for some people that might be struggling and wondering how to get through it. And you would be definitely a good person to look up to for that. And, you know, I'm proud of you. I think you got a good story, a good head on your shoulders, and I think your music's going in the right direction. So I appreciate you calling in, man. And the music we've done, you know, I appreciate you also working with me on some stuff too. So it's been great, man.
It's all good, you know. I just want to put this out there, you know, ReverbNation.com/IamBand. You can get my personal Facebook. It's Mario Demora, Demoura. I do audio engineering. You know, the quality on that song speaks for itself. And I just got one question, man.
Yes, sir.
Coming with me?
We are.
What do you say?
Right.
He said who's coming with me? We are, sir.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, Bam, I'll be at you, dude. Hey, many more props, and let's get it cracking. Appreciate Bambino for calling in. I see the cast of characters, and you know, surprisingly, there's a lot of Vegas love out here. We're getting tonight for some reason. Las Vegas, the city of sin, Makeshift. They're giving us some love tonight, dude. Like, okay.
Good.
All right,
So,
Baby Girl Gab, I
it.
see y'all. We're going to run this track right here by Bambino. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the many faces of this hip-hop community and some things that we can probably do. And not only that.
Nexxlegacy.